Tidebreakers afterwards.
Yeah. And how do you think RMN's going to do this game? You know, we saw him have a pretty good Darkseer game. Game 2, not so much. He had a bit of a rough time. Here we have him bringing out the mid-tide. If you consider sort of the matchup in the lane and what he's going to have to do this game, what do you sort of expect from him here?
I like the hero here. I think that he can definitely be tanky. There are some problems for Tide in this game, though. That Chronosphere is something that you can't just crack and shell and run away, because it's obviously a continuous disable. On top of that, Enchantress can lay into Tidehunter with high damage from Impetus. So some things to be concerned about. But as far as the laning stage goes, he should be very fine. We'll see the trade between Kuro and Yapsor happen top. The Bane in the sky.
And let's see, and sort of what with the illusions in the lane, how easy is it for Miracle to farm against these two?
I think rather easy, honestly. I think once he gets level 2, he already should start having pretty big impact on this lane, just by the illusions. We see already the Skywrath is not happy getting harassed by illusions because he has so little armor. Like, he starts out with 0, and when the Riptide starts hitting in as well, you're going to be in the negatives, and you don't fight that well against it. Of course, this guy doesn't have any good way to clear the illusions either. He can't even nuke them with W. If there's a hero nearby, it's going to go to the hero instead, which can be, you know, something that he doesn't want if it ends up on Bane, you know.
No, absolutely, yeah, especially if you're trying to get them off yourself whilst they're chasing you down.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we see the Enchantress. There we go, that little pull, vector-targeted ability that Riptider has now, or the Ripper has now. But this lane also should be a little bit in favor of Dire, I want to say.
SML's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, he also has no regen. He has no tango even. So Puppy comes in, gives him a little bit of food. Here you go, carry. As Kuro's courier goes down to Yapsor.
Mind control and GH, able to keep this lane in a good position.
Yeah, doing a really good job playing the lane. I mean, it's a very powerful lane, though. Between Caudal and DP, it's a lot of ranged harassment.
Denied.
And now we have level 2 on Miracle top lane. That's when you can just start harassing a lot with these illusions. ISSI still fighting, though, being competitive in last hits and denies. Yes, very high damage on CK.
And whilst Miracle, of course, shouldn't die up here, I guess, yeah, there's something to be said for ISSI. Both cores very hard to really kill in the laning stage top.
Yeah, mid lane should be the biggest of the snooze fests, but it's really about who can get more out of a passive game there. Oh, they're setting up to try something top. With body blocks, they could.
Yeah, good illusion placement, but fire and Yapsor's fine.
He needed to body block as well. It's not enough to just hit there. He needs to, like, try and block with one illusion. It's not easy, though. The illusions are very small as well. Easy to slip past. Bottom lane, we still see Puppy trying to fight, protecting his Void. Samil did get full healed by the salve earlier. Overall, pretty calm laning stage. I think Nisha should buy an early magic stick here. He has it queued up after his Null Talisman right now, but I think he should get even sooner. This Anchor Smash spam, he could get so much mana and HP back from just this.
Gotcha.
Top lane, we have a little bit of an attempt again to fight. It is Nigma being the aggressors in this lane.
Absolutely, each and every time. I sort of see Yaps on a position. They'll try and go for him.
Yeah, but still 20 CS and 8 denies over on ISSI. He's doing fantastic here, and they're not really able to bring his HP down. Yapsor is doing a good job staying pretty safe. While Naga is being aggressive, she's still falling behind in CS to just ISSI here.
We'll see if that starts to change a bit once Miracle's got a few more levels on the illusions.
Yeah, probably will. It should swing more in his favor, but the items, though, there's already, like, power treads almost completed on CK, so once he gets that, he'll be able to maybe go for kills.
Oh, nice. Good hits in onto Miracle. That's the stun. few more crits and he's got a chance of getting this. Nightmare will come in to dodge the damage of Yapso, but not enough to dodge the damage of Ice. A good read there from Secret, knowing that they can chase down Miracle and have the damage to take him out.
I think Kuro was too slow to react to that this was a kill attempt. He did dodge nicely there with the Nightmare, but I think much sooner he could have maybe slept the CK, stopped him from going for this kill in the first place.
He got a lot of hits in.
Yeah, like, Miracle was being run down for quite a long time. That was pretty telegraphed. I think he could have stopped it. But maybe surprised by the kill potential here. Top lane not going so well anymore.
Bottom lane. Still a slight lead here for Mind Control on the off lane against Sumail. 26-10 against the 21-5. Yeah, mid lane, RMN pretty much continuing to get every single creep that comes his way. Just cleaning up the wave very, very nicely as the mid tide.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. He's also farming the jungle camps a little bit. We see Puppey trying to be aggressive, but this solar bind, he can't run away. He has a large amount of skeletons, but there's good AoE damage from the Crypt Swarm and the Illuminate, so they shouldn't be able to do too much here. That's just extra farm for Mind Control at this point.
And what's your sort of estimations for Sumail's build up this game? Or what do you like to see on Voids nowadays?
I think he's just going to go with the Mask of Madness, Maelstrom, then probably immediately into BKB in this game. Could also see the Manta style after the Maelstrom. Very possible. Whenever you play against like Death Prophet and Naga, there's good stuff to dispel, so Manta can be valued. But I think Mask of Madness and Maelstrom is your bread and butter as a Void.
Over in the mid, Nisha and Yapso are able to bully RMN out the lane. Give them a chance to get some good damage on this mid tower with the siege creep push.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing as much as they can. The Caudal Blasts are finally going to shove them away, and they even use the Glyph. They're keeping it alive even longer.
They're getting a lot of damage done with that.
Yeah, Yapso tried to go in and tank it again to keep the creep alive, but bottom we see the same thing. Siege creep. So we're going to see an ulti?
I was just saying, it's hard to commit onto Mind Control now that he's hit the 6.
Yeah, he's alone as well, and this ice armor is protecting them quite well from a possible exorcism. Even Ench has like 12 armor with just this. An underrated creep, I would say, Owen, the Frost creep.
Man, I think the big thing about that bottom lane, I mean, I guess really for both sort of offlaners, they're getting a lot of denies in with Mind Control and Ice. Some nice CSing here to start things off.
Yeah, but here's the difference though. Sumail has to stay in the lane, whereas Naga can switch into the jungle. So Naga is going to start farming much faster. You see already she got the Possessed Mask, so that's a lot of extra agi. And the attack speed, farming 2 camps at the same time here. He will start getting really big on Naga.
Yeah, with him sort of leaving that top lane, do you imagine, will we see Nigma Galaxy send anyone up to the top to sort of soak up the creeps, or is it just going to be Kuro hiding in the trees?
Yeah, Kuro hiding in the trees and getting experience. Man, they're really trying for this early mid tower again. Secret, they did this last game as well. They brought down that mid tower. I think it's really instrumental to your success rotating the map.
Bottom lane, Mind Control. They'll pop the Ghost and of course very quickly take the tier 1. He should die for this. TP over from Nisha.
Should he? Maybe.
I mean, the Siphons are definitely making things work out for him a little longer. Sumail's getting very, very low. Oh my goodness, Sumail. Nearly dying there, having to pop the Chrono so the Ghosts don't kill him. Mind Control,
oh, he can live.
He's really making them work for this, and in fact, he is gonna live.
Oh my goodness. Can he catch him too?
Nisha, they put the Resonant Pulse. He's trying to keep him protected, but they've found him. He's going to throw out the Remnant. It will grab Mind Control, but Nisha can't run. Mind Control gets both kills. They couldn't kill him.
Absolutely massive, Owen.
That was, I mean, Death Prophet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that was a DP moment right there. We see why. We see why she is this insane hero in this patch. Why I would rate her easily the strongest and best hero in the current patch. He played that to perfection, though. He did.
Mind Control masterfully playing around with the 3 members.
Even the aggression to go for that exorcism on the tower, he was alone.
It was like, these guys can't kill me. And he was absolutely right. And not only does he get the sort of 2 kills, of course, we saw that as well, Sumail having to use the Chrono to run. I mean, Sumail, he was 1 Ghost away from dying himself as well.
Yeah, no, that is a disaster for Nisha now, because that was his first big rotation.
I mean, Nigma Galaxy's now 3k up.
Yeah, and they gave him space, right? It was only him him, and mid, we might see an attempted RMN, but he's pretty chunky.
And he's got Ravage if he feels threatened.
Crow is here.
See if they, I mean, they're kind of low on the 2 supports.
Even the blast there, just landing on the support, yeah. And GH playing around, trying to help. They want to fight this. Nigma, they want to go in.
No, they absolutely do. With the Ravage from RMN at the ready, it's a hard fight for Secret to fight into as a team at this stage.
You know, the biggest thing that I react to here is that this makes a carry player smile. Like Miracle, when that happens, just makes him smile like from all the way back to the neck, right? Because it's so much space. They rotate down bottom to deal with Death Prophet. They died to it. It slows down everything, giving more time for Naga to get her items. He has a Yasha already. The Naga has a Yasha going for Mantisal first. Mantisal became a lot better on Naga when they changed the way Riptide works. Because now, obviously, it's based on, you know, how many hits you get in with all your heroes and illusions total. So Manta is just going to speed that up even more.
On the mid, they've got the grip. Oh, but it will be put to a stop by the Ancient Seal. Mystic Flare's down, RMN off to the side. Nisha will jump away. He's trying to get away from mind control. He will manage to do so.
And Kuro with that Nightmare, though. That was clutch.
I mean, elsewhere up top, they also take down Puppey. So they'll get both support kills. They didn't quite get Nisha, of course. They did commit those 2 armors, both Ravage and Fiend's Grip were used. Not getting the core kill, but getting 2 supports, and of course setting up the space for mind control to take down another tower.
Oh, and this is so painful now because mid tower was removed. That means that now, yeah, we see a little replay of what happened here. Yeah, just caught out by Ensnare, and Blast comes in. GH, notorious for his coddle, you know, for years.
Yeah, he was one of the classics.
But yeah, I was gonna say, this is so painful now for Secret because they almost brought down that mid tower, but almost doesn't cut it in Dota. That doesn't mean shit. So now they're gonna be struggling to reach that mid tower once more since they lost their own.
I mean, trying to go on RMN, but that's the strength of sort of the mid-tide, having this this beefy hero that there's never really going to be a point of the game where Nisha can go on him and sort of, you're never going to 100 to 0 this tide as a Void Spirit.
Oh, the Ensnare to CK, bringing in more heroes.
Oh, that's a good Mystic Flare, Miracle. Huge amount of damage. We'll see ISO's going for the TP out. Nobody's going to be able to find him. Good escape from him, considering there are 4 heroes hot on the chase.
It's funny the illusions don't actually help tank the Skywrath ulti. It doesn't care about the illusions at all. It just ignores that. But yeah, he's gonna stay alive though, and look at this. The Coddle gives him a little bit of mana. He can keep farming. And the top tower is the same story as mid. Top tower is super low, but Secret, they didn't have enough to finish it. And against Coddle, you're gonna struggle to get back there. Now DP is eyeing up your top tower. Granted, she doesn't have ulti yet, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit before she commits, but she almost has a full BKB.
This is quite the start here from Nigma Galaxy, this game 3. You know, especially after game 2, where it looked kind of shaky across the board for Nigma Galaxy. It very much looked like, hey, Secret, they're back in with sort of the strength that you'd expect from them in this matchup. But this 3rd game, it's just turned the series on its head completely once more, as this is Nigma Galaxy completely owning the early stages here. 13 minutes in, 4K lead. Secret, they've got quite some recovering to do.
Yeah, I like what they did. They warded up the bottom side of the jungle. They also snuck a deep ward behind the tier 2 tower mid. I don't even know when he managed to place that one. That's very sneaky. He's had it for a long time now. But they have vision down there, but they're playing top to not lose control of that part of the map. So this is a very competitive way of playing the map by Nigma. They don't want to give up anything. Of course, Miracle gonna be tanky enough against just the Void Spirit, and he has vision down here, so not too worried about getting ganked.
I mean, it feels like as well for Nisha on the Void Spirit, like what kind of moves can you
we have a dive
make?
pop. Oh, he glimmers. He get away.
And he's got TP backup coming in. Ice has to TP out of there. There's a Ravage at the ready. RMN's in. Ravage immediately off to stop any escape from Ice. They turn up, keep the tower alive, and get a core kill yet again here, Nigma Galaxy.
Yeah, they didn't have a dust. They had a sentry, but Yapsor was too late to place it when they dove under a tower there. So the Glimmer kept him safe. He dodged the CK stun. Gets away perfectly. Everything is going wrong here for Secret, and they're already in danger in this game, I would say. Like, you're playing against a Naga.
Yeah,
Miracle is not online yet. He's playing a hero that is one of the scariest heroes in the game, once you go into mid-late game and you're already losing by 5,000 net worth, that is not a good sign.
I mean, and as I say, how are you getting back into the game as a Void Spirit hero? Surely Nisha, on this sort of hero, you want to be looking for the kills, these pickoffs. But there's kind of 3 cores you can't really jump into or commit. They're all tanky, or they've all got means to protecting themselves.
Yeah, that's true. Void Spirit's path back into the game is pretty difficult, but I think for me, it's more Faceless Void needs to get value from this Chronosphere. Like, when you run Faceless Void and Skywrath, I want to see that Chronosphere on cooldown almost the entire game. I don't want to see it ready. Right now, it looks like Sumail is just trying to farm, get his items, and have his progression. But this is a big ulti that could secure important kills. I think they have to try and enable it.
Because sort of overall, if the game continues as is, if both teams get to play the farm game, you're always going to sort of be favorable towards the Naga Siren side?
I would, yeah, I would. I think equal farm, Naga is already a serious threat for a Faceless Void just by being able to play the map better. And, you know, possibly be dangerous in a 1v1 as well, as she's going for an Aghanim Scepter next. Even if you get your BKB, like, she's going to be able to lock you down at that point. Oh, Nisha. Gotta be careful down here. Actually dangerous for the Faceless Void almost, but, or for the Void Spirit, but he's gonna be fine. This is just a Naga trying to get out and farm, but there's no way to stop it. Look at these illusions.
Now, where does Secret make moves? You can see them really thinking hard about that themselves. They're grouping up, but who to make a jump on? Come on with the combo, but it is only down onto a Bane. The pipe comes out. He's still not dead. They'll commit him with the jump. They've taken down Crow, but it takes an awful lot. They do get everybody else out of there, but that was the Chrono combo. It just gets Kurokian, and only just as well. They nearly didn't get the kill.
Yeah, exactly. I think now maybe Enigma are gonna think about Roshing. They're going straight towards it seems. That Chrono is down. That's the only obstacle.
I mean, they've got the Ghost. Yeah, they'll pop the Exorcism here to take down a quick Roshan, and yeah, absolutely, without a Chronosphere, unless Nisha wants to go for some sort of crazy steal, this Roshan should be a free one for Nick the Galaxy.
Yeah, I think so. I think he will try though, but look at the rotations here. He's hiding. He has a ward.
I mean, it's going to be very hard for him to do so.
Oh no, the courier flew over.
Oh, they're going to know that he's waiting up and out.
Yeah. He's been spotted.
Can he make any sort of jump in, Nisha?
He will try.
He's going to try. He's into the pit, but they're quick with the Silence Ravage as well. They make sure that Nisha doesn't have anything to say about this Roshan going to Nigma Galaxy. As Nigma Galaxy get the kill, they get the Roshan, they get the Aegis for Miracle.
That felt desperate. That jump in felt very desperate because he knew that they had already seen him. He still went with the blind jump in there, trying to do something, but obviously them having scouted him already, they were super prepared for this, and I end up getting a kill. Yeah, about that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Well, that's an old dear there. That's
when you start getting worried.
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
on Team Secret when you just lost your carry to the Naga when she has one item.
Yes. So this is going to be a hard game for Secret.
Yeah.
Now, this is Nigma Galaxy.
I mean, they're
turning up. You know, once again, we saw them do it in Game 1. Game 3, arguably the game is looking even more under control for them in these early portions.
He could possibly have lived on if he used his magic stick before he toggled to strength treads there. Possibly. He was very
close on the HP.
He was very close. But yeah, this is more and more looking like Nigma are actually going to be the ones who are dominant here in Game 3.
Secret's going to have to pull off some pretty serious plays to turn this one around. You know, 5 Kino, it's not the biggest of numbers, but it's just the way that it's been achieved and the heroes that Nigma Galaxy are doing it with.
Yeah, I also like the build that RMN is going for. He has the full pipe. Now he's going for a Blink Dagger next, but this pipe is just so value. You're playing against these heroes. Oh, okay, his support will get brought down behind him, but Kuro probably doesn't care. He was killed before, and they got a Roche immediately afterwards. Like, Kuro dying is not the biggest impact. He's the least important hero on the map right now.
Oh, there we go, there's that. That Ag's done now.
Yeah, and DP with a plate mail and BKB, how do you bring her down? Like, the only way is chain stunning her fully, but a lot of the times we just see either Bane or Caudle nearby able to help. There's the Glimmer Cave, the heal from the Illuminate, you know, and let alone just disables back onto the enemy team in form of like blinding light.
We'll see them try and set up here on the mid. Wrapping around from the side, Nisha and Yaps are trying to get the jump in. They'll get it straight away. Defensive Nightmare, doesn't matter. Mind Control still taken out by the overwhelming jump of Secret.
Yeah, they were just a little bit too far away from each other then. This is what Secret need. They need to make these pickoffs happen on more important heroes than Bane. Manage to bring down the DP, that gives them some time to play. Now with the full Aghanims though, Miracle, he is enjoying this extremely low cooldown end snare. It's only 8 seconds cooldown, 6-second duration.
Come on,
Actually, 5-second duration.
And with that cast range, you can just catch them from a mile off.
Wounded to my heart.
Yeah, I mean, just the cast range alone, 400 extra. Right now, I think you have to stay away from Naga, and that's terrifying because you never really know which one is the real one. It might be an illusion, might be the real ones coming at you. So, yeah, with no form of defensive item as well on Void Spirit, he only has the E-Blade. It will be quite dangerous here. I think he has to go back for a Yules.
Who are they going to catch in? Nisha or Samel would be a perfectly valid catch, and he'll be able to protect himself with the E-Blade, but not against the grip. Kuro.
Yeah, look at the Remnant. He almost Remnanted the Bane there. He tried to go for a cute play. E-Blade himself, Remnant to Bane, but no.
See Mind Control come up with the BKB. Ice Dice responds immediately with a TP out. So that will be a BKB and an Exorcism that probably won't end up achieving too much if Enigma Galaxy.
Yeah, a little bit hasty on the Exo there by Mind Control. I think it's important they use it for pushing right now. But at the same time, they can just, like, they can reset. They can use illusions to push out lanes and get their Exorcism back before they take a big fight.
And you like this from Miracle as well, going for the heart next, just getting to this point, I guess, where, especially when you look at what Secret have, killing his illusions it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, I like it because he's against the Faceless Void. If it wasn't for the Faceless Void, I think maybe that's a bit too defensive.
Okay.
But when you're against Faceless Void, Skywrath, yeah, you can be bursted. And adding more HP to yourself, it's really high value. When you even have a pipe in your team, you're getting more value out of that HP since you have magic resistance increase. So, sure, I'm down with this. I think Naga does enough damage just by continuously being alive and hitting that he doesn't have to go super aggressive with his itemization. Just timing out. I mean, the difference in farm on the carries right now, though, we're looking at 13,500 Naga versus 8,700 Faceless Void. Like, she is flying ahead.
We're going to see Secret try and get themselves back into the game with a smoke move, with the use of these ultimates. See if Samel can find the Chrono.
Yeah, Skywrath is sticking close to him.
They can get the jump. Miracle, that was a very, very quick reaction there with the song. And it's going to allow RMN to step up. Do they want to try and tackle this fight? Don't put the silence on the Samel. Samel's not going to be able to get off a single spell. Immediate reaction there. And a second route will allow them to catch Nisha. He was prepared for that perfectly. That song came out the same moment that Nisha tries to make the jump.
Yeah, he wants to use the song early because he can end snare people during song. And if Faceless Void doesn't have a BKB or a Manta style, that means he's dead. Because you can't do anything, right? Like, if you face this Void and you come out of a song already ensnared, you're basically praying to your team to save you.
They're going to push the pace now. What do you do about this?
Nothing at all, I think. This Exorcism is coming up in 5 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This is 23 minutes in.
I don't even know if they will Exo here. I guess you should probably just pop it.
Kuro's getting solo kills.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Yeah, that's their axe, ladies and gentlemen. 23 minutes in. Enigma Galaxy, they'll take a full set away from Secret. Secret, they've got nothing to do there.
And smoothly just going into the mid tower. The creeps are arriving.
Nisha. He's able to make the jump onto Kuroki. That's got to keep his distance though, because Miracle's moving over. He'll turn his attention over towards Puppey. They've got the catch, they've got the kill. Have a pickup here for Miracle.
Yeah, he gets bursted, and now we have the full heart is flying out towards the Naga. So already at 3,000 HP almost without the heart. We have a creep wave cut by Nisha. They do glyph it up, but it doesn't really matter. He can pull the creeps back. Oh, pipe it up too though. You won't be able to kill them.
Oh, Root, do they have anything more?
Radiant's
Protects himself with the E-Blade, but Ravage is up
And
into another Root. He's gone.
Yeah, it's not enough to have the E-Blade to protect yourself. You can't get out of it. This Ensnare has such a low cooldown, such a long cast range. And yeah, he did a valiant attempt at cutting the creep.
I mean, yeah, it really is, as you said. This Ags early in the build is just destroying these heroes that rely so much on the mobility. The Void, both the Voids.
Radiant's
Look at his positioning on Miracle.
He's just going in at the tier 4s.
Yeah, he tricked them. He pretended to be an illusion.
tower is under attack.
Well, they do crash.
They've got the damage.
Not quite.
No, not at all. Not at all. And now we're onto the side. Ice, to put the Phantasm. Can't really get in on top of Miracle.
Yeah, he has the Song available too, so he can do the Song into Ensnare play that we were talking about earlier. They could do that onto the Void at any given moment here.
Radiant's middle tower.
Miracle getting a little bit low, but he has so much HP to work with. Nisha trying to jump in, but he's been caught out by the silence. Kuro turns with the grip back online. He's got the control on Nisha. Nisha's dead. He's out for 50 seconds. RMN, he's killing Poppy close to the fountain.
Yeah, everything is going down.
They've got the control on this. I mean, I think this...
Are fortified.
It's done that one, pretty much.
It's an important series, so maybe they'll try and play this one out, but I don't know if there's much playing left to be done here for Secret. They're just getting destroyed by Nigma Galaxy.
Yeah, Nigma are here with a vengeance, and they are making sure the Secret won't have an easy time. Yeah, they're just absolutely demolishing.
Yeah.
This was a complete
Barracks are under attack.
slacking.
This really was quite something. I mean,
yeah, everyone's just dying. This game is over. They want it not to be over, but
they do. They're gonna try and hold on here, Secret. But Puppy, he's dead. Oh, he's back in the fountain. No, he's still dead.
and the Song into Ensnare.
They're just getting
Fountain
utterly
farm.
destroyed.
Radiant's
Yeah.
middle tower is under attack.
It's looking like one of your pubs, you know, just fountain farming going on. No respect at all. And that, you know, that is going to be Nigma just...
And there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, GG. It's called Nigma Galaxy. In this game, 27 minutes. It really was not... It wasn't close at all, Wagger.
No.
This was